this revolution we've been hoping for might actually happen.
I love
And
that.
then Nigeria will split into 4 different countries. So
I love
this
that.
thing happening right now is something really new that nobody can really tell. But
Right.
I'm still analyzing and looking at it. But Kolu might not finish his administration. Just mark this. He might not finish his
Anyway,
administration
we'll
because
see. We'll see
it's
how
too
that
early.
pans out. Okay, because
Yeah,
do you know what I believe is
exactly.
that you know what they say about if you find yourself in a hole, you should stop digging. You know that. Now, what we have seen in these criminals and their enterprise is the fact that Nigerians have been dug into a deeper hole, and these guys are
Very,
not
very
even
deep
giving
one.
up. They are digging more. They are not even filling the hole back. All their actions are not showing that there is going to be
At
any
all.
reprieve for
At
people soon.
all.
So
At
yeah,
all.
we will
At all.
get to that
If
stage
he could,
soon.
if he could actually come in within few months in power, he allocated some funds to buy new SUVs for lawmakers. Can you believe that nonsense? You and I were in the UK. How many SUVs do
And it
MPs
wasn't
and
even to buy their own locally
in
produced cars.
Scotland?
So, see,
In Scotland,
Ferdinand,
they are Scottish MP and all this. How many cars do they use?
they don't buy them
You
any
know,
cars. Yeah, we don't buy cars for anybody here anyway. So you buy a car
you see it.
yourself, all
You
right?
see it.
But however, I'm saying,
So
there's something I wanted to say. I just
you
that
said
just
they did
slipped
not
me.
buy them new.
They didn't buy the cars
You
in
wanted to say
Nigeria.
so?
They have cars in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Those billions of
Yeah.
naira that they wanted to buy. I mean, they bought cars with, right? They send them to
Yeah.
Japan to buy Japanese cars. Send them to Germany
Of
to buy
course,
German cars, and all over the place.
they would rather patronize Germany than patronize Innocent because
No, they
he's
won't.
Igbo. They won't patronize
They
Innocent
wouldn't
because he's
patronize
Igbo. Yeah, and even if there are other local car manufacturers or
They
dealers, they won't
They don't need
patronize
them.
them because they will see it like it's a way of kind of like supporting them or kind of like financing them, and that in turn they might want to use the funds against the government.
I don't
to
even
fight the
think
government.
that,
So,
Ferdinand. I don't even see that. I think they feel like they that have been driving latest. You know, these guys drive every new cars now. The cars that will come out. You see all these 2024 cars that are coming out 2024. They've already got their orders. You know that?
Yeah.
So to
I know.
them, it's like a downgrade. Me, I will now be driving not. I'll be driving nonsense.
Exactly.
When they gave me money that could buy me Maybach 2024.
Exactly.
Why would I go and
exactly.
buy? No, I don't want that job.
Exactly.
So, and that's what you call patriotism,
exactly.
Abi. Is that patriotism?
Exactly.
Those people who are given
It's not.
everything, but they don't believe in Nigeria. Then they turn around and say
don't believe in
Nigerians
it,
should defend dollar. Nigerians should
Yeah.
stop asking for dollar. Nigerians should stop buying foreign things. People waiting.
Exactly.
God damn it. Ferdinand, let me take another one.
That's
Okay.
it. Thank you very much, sir.
You have a
Thank
very
you.
good one. Okay. Thanks a lot, Baba.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My line there just got cut off there because my camera was overheating because there's no enough air. But our time is also coming close to an end. We still have like half an hour to go though. Hello there.
Hello. My
sir.
good Baba.
Sir, how are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I know, say you know go recognize this voice.
I can try. Maybe when you keep talking, or you can save me all of that wahala and just tell me.
Okay. This is my first time calling.
Right.
That's why I say you know go recognize. I don't they follow you.
God bless you.
I say today I go must reach my go today.
Fantastic. And here you are. You and I are already talking. I love determined people. A lot of people are just like, no, he's too busy. I can't bother. But here you are. Thank you.
Even when I dare walk, once I dare walk, 8 o'clock done they reach. I done they round off everything what they do. Make I follow up.
God bless you, Baba. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
How is everything?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm calling from Manchester.
From Manchester. That's great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you and I are here now, and I bet you have something to add to this too. Do you?
Yes. Honestly, the level I saw Nigeria when I traveled on December, it was very bad.
You were in Nigeria in December, were you?
Yes, I went to Nigeria. I'm from Abia State.
God bless you. Well, Abia people, the exotic guys, there's so much to probably like, they said Abia people are the ones who won lottery in this their charade. But tell me, how was it when you were there?
Yeah, at least in terms of some kind of construction of road, OT is trying, but generally there is seriously hunger in the land, honestly. And probably the way I'm predicting some things right now, if anything comes out, maybe protest or revolution in terms of hunger in Nigeria, nobody should be surprised. Nobody should be surprised, honestly.
So you
See,
actually
things are
saw
going.
that, but did you see? Somebody told me that you could see the deprivation. You could see the depression, not depression, but kind of like the let down look on people's faces. You could see through their soul when you look into their eyes, like it's like they've given up about everything almost. But you
I'm
think they
telling
still
you,
have it in them despite all this?
people are just living from hand to mouth. I must tell you, the way it is, people are just living from hand to mouth. Even in terms of the number of people, a lot of people are even looking for how to leave the country. Even when I traveled, I barely even see some of my friends. A lot of them have traveled. In fact, Nigeria is no longer the way it used to be. You can see anger in people's face. Everybody is just aggressive, and nobody is just happy. You understand? They are just managing their lives. This is how, anyhow it comes out today. They just take it like
living
that.
for the day.
Yes, they're just living for the
And when
day.
you tell them what
And
do you have for tomorrow, they will say, "Well, Baba, when tomorrow come, we can deal with that one, Jare. Oh, thank God for today first."
they tell you.
Living for the
Sometimes
day.
there is this thing I used to tell people. They used to say they voted for Tinubu, let them suffer this thing. See, in my own take in this aspect of that issue, I think nobody voted for Tinubu. Tinubu just bought INEC.
He didn't have the number to make him president, and I can see that
Yes.
anywhere. No,
Yes.
like
So when people say that, let them suffer it, let them suffer it, they voted for him, let them suffer it. The truth is that nobody voted for him. People voted for P2B. Nobody voted for. Let it not be as if people voted for Tinubu. Then now they are suffering
that they
for.
are now suffering and complaining. We all saw what happened. You are right.
Yes.
We shouldn't make it
Nobody
look
voted.
like everybody that is facing this in that place deserves it. That's all
Yes.
right.
Nobody. The man just bought a whole INEC. That's just the simple truth. He just bought the whole package. So when somebody bought the whole package, I think it's over for everything. You understand? He went and just bought the salt. So
Now
I just hope.
to now use the thing where him buy, taking money buy now. A couple I say not taking money buy trouble, sleepless night, and the rest of that. Because you just told me now that people are so angry that you will not be surprised if there's a protest that spring up tomorrow because of hunger, right?
No,
So
I
you
wouldn't be
don't
surprised.
taking money buy trouble now, be that all. Because it will keep giving people money, the military, the police,
Yes.
and all of them. But like you said, I think it was my last caller that said, it's going to break out enough that how many people would they be able to arrest and where would they keep them if the South and the North connects on this same subject, hunger? So you do believe that if that happens in Nigeria, you will not really be surprised, you said?
Of course, I'm not. I told one of my friends, say, you see all this revolution, something. This revolution is start from the south. It's going to start from the north. When North want to do something, they put their minds back and do it. You understand? It's only when the south see the north that they are very serious. They've never seen them. They are not yet serious. When they are serious, you will see the reciprocation from the south. You understand?
Right.
Get here, because if you take a look at how this enter started, what should have just ended everything was for not to started their own. If not, would have started their own size. It would have been a game over. But they did not. They were brainwashed. You understand? So I think once not starts this thing and Southerners see that, yes, he don't set to, he don't set. See, they
But they are
don't
doing everything
finish.
to brainwash anyone they can brainwash in the South right now that, he's going to bring another northerner in. If anything happens, they are just going to be in all that stuff. They're already saying that.
Exactly. For example,
and you don't think that's going to really work on the southern youth too?
No. Everybody is wise. Everybody is wise up now. Honestly, if you even look at the type of comment people are even writing, you could even see that everybody who already know what they are what their next plan will be. Everybody just know. When they say the truth, what they are about to do, everybody already know. Everybody is already,
so it's pretty
know.
Much like we are all living on a borrowed time right now. Anything can happen anytime. You believe so?
Yeah, Nigeria is just like a time bomb right now. Anything can happen. I'm telling you, anything can happen right now. And my prayer is just that my prayer is just that let it not be some kind of civil war. Let it go under revolution where they will only wipe out the evil leaders.
Yeah, without using tribe, ethnic or religious, whatever. Just go after them when you see them and deal.
Exactly, go after the leaders.
You
we can't be suffering like this, and because if you go through war, it will not end up a poor man and a poor man killing themselves. Then these people might just run away. But if you go through revolution,
they are already building themselves private airfields across Nigeria too.
You can imagine.
They are not going to use your airport. All these airports you are seeing, they are not going to use them to escape from Nigeria. They are already building airfields.
Yes.
Across the place.
For easy escape.
Mazi, thank you so much. Let me just
thank you very much.
kindly get another
I'm
one
happy
and see.
To speak to you this night.
Thank you. You have a wonderful evening, okay? And my regards to the family, I could hear them behind there, right?
My wife always say, my ego, and she's here.
Hello, my ego. Lovely to speak to you.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm very well. I said to him, "You're always giving us bad news," but he won't listen to me.
It's not.
He keeps listening.
Do you really think it's all bad? You see, sometimes, right? Where you know what they say in Igbo, right? What they say in Igbo that when we carry somebody else's corpse, they just feel like a log of wood. But when we carry our own our own loved one, their corpse and all that, they are heavier than normal, right? So the reason why all of us should never wait till we are victims, okay, before we kind of speak up, is why we are using other people's stories and all that to tell ourselves that, hey, but nevertheless, thank you so much.
Thank you for speaking truth to power all the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you too. I think I've just got 3 in 1 there. Yours, the little one, and the missus, right? So I'll leave you tonight. Okay. Thank you so much, Baba. You have a good one. Okay. Cheers, man. So thanks a lot, everyone who is still here, right? Olori. I remember when Olori would tell me that my egun, I've tried to stop watching your program every evening. That I watch the program, so kind of always worried there's something to make me. And I was like, that is why I introduced the comic break in between. Okay, I'm not a comedian, but I had to devise means of trying to break the tension. Okay, because what you are witnessing here mostly is a need to know basis. Now that we are actually going further to get get people to stop. Not to stop at just talking. Okay, just like acting too. And I don't know how that has worked so far. Okay, because if you really know what is going on in Nigeria, like if you really, really do know what is going on, apart from what I know, you can never be happy with those rogues in Nigeria. You can't. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how gentle you are. No people will say no. It doesn't really matter. Okay, if you know better, if you know what they're up to, you probably will be harder on them than myself. Okay, but let me take this. Hello there.
Yeah, General Mayego.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I greet you. I'm doing fine.
Grand. I greet you too. Baba, go on, please.
Yeah. First of all, my name is Nana. This is the second time I'm calling you.
Grand one.
I wouldn't know if
please.
Yeah, the first time I called you was I think sometime September last year when I was lucky enough to get it through.
And there you are
So
in
I'm here
2024. You are lucky
in
again, you
Glasgow with
say.
you. Yeah, that's
I
true.
think we are both lucky because
Absolutely.
I would love to hear from people who have been like, I've been lucky to speak to, and it's been a long time. I want to hear from them again.
Yeah,
People like yourself.
absolutely.
So,
Thank you
yes,
very much.
you're so welcome, Baba.
Because of our time, I just have one thing to contribute tonight,
Please.
and that has to do with the fact that so many of us who are ardent listeners of your program or followers,
Yes, sir.
and who also pay attention to history would know that Nigeria has actually got into a spot where it becomes very, very clear to even people who don't follow your programs or listen, who pay attention to history, that Nigeria has reached a point where certain things can no longer reverse itself.
No.
So now, say for instance, I know so many of them will be thinking by now that Nigeria will still be okay, that things will still go back to normalcy, that things will still go back to the old days how it used to be. But the truth is, if we look at how, for instance, how the Roman Empire collapsed, you see, there were just three factors that actually facilitated the collapse of the Roman Empire, and one of which is corruption. And I wouldn't want anybody to begin to discuss anything about corruption in Nigeria, because if you ask me to compare, I will tell you that the level of corruption in Nigeria is even worse off of what we know of the ancient Rome.
Exactly.
But in this case,
what history told us about the ancient Rome? I'm following you, bro. Please.
Exactly. If we say, for instance, we check the book of William Shakespeare, Julius Caesar, you see, Shakespeare was able to point a very important lesson how corrupt the people of the ancient Rome were. You know, it's very easy for people to rise up to becoming great in life, and it is also very easy for the same people to fall. And how do people fall? It takes people who are corrupt around them, you know, to destroy something that is good. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to make is Caesar in that book was represented as an icon of a Roman society, having risen from the scratch. But it took people who are corrupt, you know, who said, no, this guy is so ambitious, blah, 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 and they brought him down. But that is not the area I'm going to anyway. The kind of corruption in Nigeria is so endemic that it is not only it will not only destroy the individuals there or the people there, it will end up destroying the nation itself. And that is because everybody, whether we like it or not, in one way or the other, have had this court of silence for so long. That when I just heard you when you were saying something about a driver being shot and some passengers made away with, and a baby was abandoned. And again, you said about 500 people, though you said you've not verified it, were killed in Agatu. And you see how everybody is going about their businesses as if nothing happened. And now the reason that is possible is because our values have been corrupted. Okay, so even if that thing happens to our neighbor, our next door neighbor, believe me, if that is Nigeria for you, you wake up the next morning and you go to work.
And you move on.
So until that happens to you, you will never understand how corrupt the society of Nigeria in fact has become. So now, and another factor, and another factor that will speed up the breakup of Nigeria is okay, you know, I was talking about the Roman Empire, for instance.
Right.
You see, the Roman Empire was so big. I mean, this is the second factor now. The Roman Empire was so big that there was a problem of administration. Okay, so many people from so many of its administrative units were exercising different powers, because the power coming from Rome can no longer affect the whole of the empires as it were then. So you see, when Tinubu, for instance, is saying he wants to relocate CBN and the federal something authorities to Lagos, these are some complex issues that him as a person that truly understand the Nigerian factor. He knows very, very well Nigeria is so complex, and somehow I want to believe that he's seeing the future from the distance where he is at the moment. And like you rightly said the other time, he might not be moving all those assets for any other reason other than to enrich himself.
Control
Okay,
and bring
yeah,
it to base.
exactly, and I quite agree with that. But at the same time, you see, the issue of Nigerian complexity must have influenced Tinubu's decision to move those assets to Lagos. And now, the final one, which caused the downfall of the ancient Rome, is the fact that there was this minority tribe from Europe known as the people of the Germanic tribe. You see, this Germanic tribe of a people, in my opinion, are playing, or rather, the Fulani people in Nigeria are replicating the exact role the people of the Germanic tribe played when the ancient Rome was about to collapse. So this Germanic tribe were very small people, very, very small. So every now and then they'll be attacking the Roman Empire, and the Roman Empire was so big. But at that time, when this attack was being orchestrated on the Roman Empire, the Roman Empire was having so many internal and external problems, such that they could not contain the aggression when the Germanic tribe was invading them. So, and the people of Rome were so docile; nobody was doing anything. Today, they will go to this part of the empire, they will attack, they will kill people, they will conquer the territory, they will take it over. Now, the other people who are feeling safe on the other side, we say, after all, it is happening on the other side. Okay, so that was how the Germanic people continued to conquer Rome, and before you knew it, the ancient Roman the Roman Empire collapsed. So that same scenario, believe me, is happening before everybody's eyes in Nigeria. And if care is not taken, we keep saying it. It's just a matter of time, because I mean the indices are out there. This is out there. So, Michael, please. This is
Thank
just
you
the least
so
I
much,
celebrate
Nana.
contribute
You
this
just
evening.
took us through, history there, and I bet you,
thank you.
probably have triggered some chord in some people tonight that they will like, I remember that. I'm gonna go carry my history book again and read it. Thank you so much, right?
Oh my God.
For
It's
approaching
all right.
it
It's all
from that
right.
perspective, Baba. You did well. Thank you. So I am
Thank
going
you
to
very much.
take
I hope
just one more call, and that will be us tonight. I know a lot of people are trying to get through. Okay, sorry about that. Our time is really, really up now. I have about 5 minutes to go. I have a caller already. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good
This is
evening.
Carlo from London.
Hey, bro, Kalu. How you doing tonight, by the way?
I'm fine, thank you.
So I have a Kalu on the line, and it's going to be my last caller tonight. Please.
Um, Obviously, I'm turning off the broadcast. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, with regards to what is going on, I would say people with long memory like you do should remember when we're discussing these issues before the election. We had a conversation at some point where we said, if anything was to happen in Nigeria, it's going to start from the north. The reason why it's going to start from the north is because down south we have human conscience, we speak grammar, and when we want to do something, we think twice. We use our education to try to balance everything off to have a rational mindset. Up north is religion first before the human conscience. And anything that don't align with the religion is seen as haram. And if you remember, we had a conversation at some point where we said Boko Haram was set up so that when the southern presidency comes in, if he doesn't do to the bidding of the north, they will create chaos to get rid of them. rid of him.
We did speak about that. I remember.
Thank you. Yes, even before the elections.
Before the elections.
Whatever is happening now are all being set up to make Tinubu make that wrong decision. First of all, they did Muslim. Shetima wasn't Tinubu's choice, but Shetima was imposed on Tinubu because that is how the Northerners, they want a Northern Christian. Now he's got in there. Tinubu is not giving him the power they expect him to have. Tinubu is treating him in the way they treated Osibanjo. Now the North is not happy with that. All these riots you're hearing, people are complaining coming from the North. The same people didn't say Pim when Buhari was there.
Because it was haram.
The same people, thank you. Why is all of a sudden not a haram now?
It's no longer haram.
These issues have been going on. All these people that are coming out to protest now, why didn't they come outside to protest when Boko Haram was murdering their children? No, they don't come outside. But food now becomes the basis for which they're going to be fighting.
All they need is something to start something. We all
Thank
know.
You. And like you said earlier, I will advise any Southern military person not to engage in any stupid coup. It's just an agenda to drive out a Southern president.
That's right.
I'm not a Tinubu supporter. Yeah. And I don't support him for any reason. However, they force him on everybody, let them enjoy the fruit of their labor.
But we are dying.
Because the same
Kalu, you know my own stand, right? You
the
know
same way people were screaming.
I know. You know mine is anything that is going to remove Tinubu should remove the entire establishment. That's my own stand. You understand? Like starting from their national assembly, the entire system, that you no longer have all this governor, this everything anymore. And whichever one we can catch, we catch them. They will start conversation around if we still want to have one country or another one. You know what I mean? That's my own kind of way of dealing with them. But if anything happened to Tinubu, now shitty man will be next. And the shake, is so kind of, but none of this is in our control.
I always said it that they were thinking Tinubu was gonna die within the first 6 months.
I know.
And the guy played them the best way possible. Acted stupid, mad, everything. And they ran away with it. The only fear they had with Obi was that if he comes in, everything is gonna be by merit. That quota system will disappear. That gave them the power over every other person. They were scared of that. So they decided to put all money, all power to make sure that Tinubu emerges. And Tinubu played a very, very strategic role by making sure that the INEC chairman remains. Reason being that anytime he wants to manipulate an election, he already have a willing tool already. He'll tell him, you made the first one, you can continue doing it. And don't be surprised if that guy is there till 2027.
He's actually going to be. He's tenure hand in 2028.
The North will not say Pim because they put him there thinking that when they put Tinubu there, he will die. They will continue to manipulate the system. Tinubu is going to make sure he sit there, run all the show for him till he gets what he wants.
Wow.
And by the time the North will realize what they did to themselves, it's way too late.
But when we say the North, are we not referring to their elite? What about the ordinary people? Just like South, when we say the South, are we not supposed to be referring to this elite in the South, or should we just say the North is responsible as well for those decisions? I'm talking about the people now,
Okay, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
That's right.
And out of the population, leaders are selected.
That's all right.
Those people that are elite are representative of the North. How can't you see how many NSAS when they are protesting NSAS? How many northern youths came outside apart from the middle belt to protest? Which means they are happy with what they were getting.
See.
When people like Obedient were screaming, don't vote these people, don't vote these people. They did not come outside to tell you anything.
No.
When people were going to court in Abuja to say, if they declare this person a winner, they're going to put. How many northern states came outside to say, we did not vote for this person?
Well, they were asking Tinubu to kill anybody that tried to, and they still do. It's all mixed up. I know, Kalu.
No. Let's just be honest. If when you had the chance to even say you are not part of the system, you came out and say you're part of the system, then the system start punishing you. You're not expecting me to wake up from my bed and come and tell you, it's you're the minority, you're the smallest person on the table. No. Your action, like you always say here, your actions have consequences.
It does.
Election have consequences.
That's right.
And it's time we start telling people, the moment you take that, you wake up in the morning and you say A, that A means A. If it doesn't mean A, better go back and tell the person you told, please, it doesn't mean A. Like the parable you said, the child was telling his dad, I was joking with you. That joke has consequences.
It does.
And that has been what has been happening. Nigerians have come to a point where the younger generation, I will say the Gen Zs, have woken up to the point where they can see what is happening all over the world. They can see opportunities. But people born with the 80s, 70s have not realized that these people have right to think for themselves. And the people up north and the leadership do not actually understand the relationship between poverty and economic prosperity.
I don't think they do.
How can somebody like Sanusi, I'm not disparaging him here, he come in and speak all the grammars. How many people's life has he changed up north? Why has he not nominated somebody very, very important that can even come outside and change the system? I mean, if let's just not even go too far. If, for example, the way Abia State governor is performing, other governors are performing half of that across Nigeria, do you think people like you will have a platform?
You know what I mean? We'll just turn to press singers showing everybody new things that they just built.
You don't have a platform.
You know?
And that is why when the people are saying, when they say they not, no. We in the South complain. The same way you complain. Okay, Sunday Bo came outside from the southwest.
Yes, he did.
Nnamdi Kanu came out from the south.
That's right.
East. Who came out from the north? These are questions you begin to ask yourself.
None.
Even come outside, let DSS arrest you first. Let's know that DSS have arrested you. Then we know, okay, yeah, so at least you are agitating that you're not part of the system.
Exactly.
Look at what Niger State governor did a couple of days ago, say no more food should leave his state. How many southern states can make the same policy and get away with it in the south?
I don't think.
I begin to ask myself, we don't work in the same. We're not of the same mindset. No. We are never of the same mindset.
We are never cut from the same fabric. We have nothing in common. If all of us have been honest enough, but yeah,
I was watching a program 2 days ago about Ivory Coast, where somebody there, business people from there, actually can be traced their ancestry to Ejibo.
That's right.
In southwest Nigeria. And they tell you that if they want to take their light, they send them a text message living in a particular area to tell them they're going to take their light. It's going to be taken for how many hours? This one is going to come back. Ivory Coast here. And as well, the government will ask you, after submitting tax return for 3 years, they will ask you, Oga, you've been submitting tax return for 3 years. Do you need loan to increase your business? And we are calling ourselves Giant of Africa, Giant of Africa, Giant of Africa.
What makes us giants?
Giant of waiting. Giant that cannot afford to pay salary to staff that finish work. Giant that cannot afford to feed themselves.
Or power their homes.
With this thing, this thing that Niger and these people have done now, you're only talking about Niger. What if the other Mali and other people join in this same system and say, okay, you know what? We'd have made a military park. We don't want any of your planes from south passing our border to go
across our airspace.
Do you know how many miles? That means you have to be doing. There will no longer be direct flight to Nigeria anymore.
No,
it has to be transit. Now, if you're doing transit, what is the guarantee with all the flight accidents we're having across the country everywhere?
No, you just find yourself in any of those flying coffins. You have no idea who they are, but your airline says they will have to carry you from here. We know they enter Nigeria because we can't fly over that place. See, Kalu, you and I can actually really speak for the rest of the night. Indeed, we just did that, okay? My time is really, really up now, and I so much appreciate, your contribution this evening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, right? Thank you very much. Thank you. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're trying your best. Just keep.
Thank you.
I don't have any hard feeling against whatever is happening. Just that at the end of the day, everything has consequences. We should just. Tinubu must do. In short, Tinubu must do 12 years. He must do 12 years.
Oh, no, I will give him 12. Okay.
Yeah, I will give him 12.
Not just
it must do 12 years.
7. Okay, we'll see how that goes. It's like
So
you just
that-
finish everybody
so that
there
next time-
and who's going to be left?
After the 12 years, next time when they tell them to come and vote,
may do 12. You know what I mean?
make it with when they tell anybody to come and vote next time, they'll
Everybody
open their
use
eyes.
their senses. But God forbid, I
Nonsense.
say God forbid on their behalf because I get family there, Kalu. You know what I mean? This is pretty much like a scary nightmare. Hopefully,
it's not about scary nightmare. You go to an election polling unit, you tell persons from here, say, I beg, vote this person. He go tell you, say, Ogbeni, because you dey Europe, you dey talk. You don't know what thing they happen for ground. Then when
Now
the thing
we
will
are
come, they
seeing
happen
what
for
is
ground.
happening.
After you don't vote, when the thing they happen for ground, come they happen for ground, they call you. In they call you, say, wait.
To what? So come and see, Kalu. Thank you so much, right? Sending word to everyone. Okay, you have a wonderful evening over there, Baba. Thank you so much. Right. Now that's where we will draw the curtains tonight. I don't even have to add anything. My time is far spent. So I want to say thank you to every one of you as well for this evening. I will see you some other time. So you all have a wonderful evening and good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n